Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be really exciting video because I am doing a review for BornPrettyStore. BornPrettyStore sent these to me and I really am getting into stamping a lot these days. You guys know I've just been doing stamping. So I picked out a stamper and a stamping polish and also a water decal. I'm going to do a separate video on this water decal, but today we're going to be testing out the stamper as well as the stamping polish. I chose the polish number 8. It is a gorgeous purple. It's a bit darker than it is showing up on the screen, and I got this yesterday. I haven't opened this either because I just wanted to give you my honest and my very first impression. So I'm just going to remove all this packaging and I'll be back. Okay, there's one thing that I forgot to mention. I am going to link this stamper and also this BornPrettyStore's stamping polish in the description box below along with the coupon code. So if you guys are interested in purchasing any of this, you can use my coupon code and get 10% off of all non-discounted products. Although these products were sent to me, I'm just going to give you my honest opinion. So this is what the stamper looks like. It has two ends, and both the ends look pretty big, you know, for my nail. They look pretty shiny if you can see, and I think they do require priming. Let's see about that. Also, this stamper does not come with a scraper. It only comes as a stamper. But for scraper, I really don't like the ones that come in the sets. I generally prefer using like a credit card or my bus pass or something like that. One last thing is that this video is going to be super long because I'm going to test out a lot and give you an in-depth review. So if you guys don't like it, I'm so sorry, but I can't skip over certain details. Well, moving on to the stamper, if you guys can see, there's a little bit of indentation which gives you a pretty nice grip over the product. Like if you want to hold it here, it gives you a pretty good grip. It's pretty difficult to show up. Yeah, there we go. That it has a little bit of indentation on both the ends so that it gives you firm hold on the stamper. And the size of the whole stamper is, I have a scale with me right here, it would be about 9 centimeters. The whole stamper is for 9 centimeters, and this I'm sorry if it was not in the frame, so sorry. So this stamper head is, I would say about, let me just do it off camera. Okay, so the big stamper head is about 2.5 centimeters, and the small one, it has a little bit of fuzzy So small one is pretty much about the same size, but I will remember to, you know, put it up on the screen somewhere so that you guys get a proper idea. And this one is pretty squishy. I love the squishiness. It can get molded onto the nails really well. I really love squishy stampers. So both the sides are pretty squishy. So I have a couple of comparisons to show you. This is an AliExpress stamper. I'm so sorry, it's dirty, and you guys can see how firm it is. I also have a BornPrettyStore XL stamper, which is also dirty, and you see how squishy that is. I don't think these stamper heads come out of the packaging, but let me just show you like this so you guys get a better view. So you see how much pressure I'm applying onto that, and you see how much pressure I have to apply on this in order to mold it on my nails. And look at this one, this just slides on, and it's kind of sticky. It's a little bit sticky. I wouldn't say this is much more stickier than this one. So you guys, I hope this will give you a better view. You see how easily this one molds in and this one doesn't. This one is a bit squishy firm, and this one is on the verge of marshmallow, and I'm so happy I do not have any marshmallow stampers. So, and the other end is also just as squishy. So you see that? You see that? You see how it deflates and inflates. I'm so sorry about the background noise. Again, like I say in all of my videos, it's in the middle of the day. You see that squishiness? This one squishes on very well, and this one is a little bit firm. So, oh my god, the background noise. And this one is a lot firmer. So that was my comparison, and I'm also going to be stamping with BornPrettyStore plate and a non-BornPrettyStore plate to see if it works well with both the plates. So according to me, I still haven't used this, so this is pretty shiny on both the ends, so I doubt if it will pick up the image on the first one. I think I have to press down. Let's test out all the ways and see how it works. Okay, so for this demonstration I'm going to be using BPL009. It'll look like BPL006 to you guys because you guys are on the other side and you can see my face there. So I am probably going to be using one of these images, probably this one or whichever one I feel like. And first I'm going to test out with a non-stamping polish. Like I'm just going to test it out with a random polish to get the stamper to work perfectly, and then I'm going to be stamping with BornPrettyStore in number 8. It's a gorgeous purple and I really want to see how well it stamps over black. I have different colors on my nails. So I have white here and I've left this nail empty so that you guys will get an idea. This here is black, this here is Stay Quirky, and I think this is 512. And on my thumb I have Camera France in 131. Because purple, okay, you guys won't see, purple and yellow is a really good combination, so I really wanted to test that. So let's try how it works. I'm gonna test both the sides and see if it works. As per usual, I'm going to be using my bus pass as the scraper. Oh my god, that picked up the image perfectly. You guys, I didn't prime it, I didn't do anything. Maybe it needs a little bit of priming. Okay, wait. Maybe it needs just a teeny weeny bit of priming because it's it's patchy to the minimum. So I'm super impressed with this. So let's try the other end and I'll see what methods I have to use to prime this. Okay, so this didn't get picked up that well. I am using the pressing down method rather than rolling method, so I'm just zooming out a little bit so you guys can see. It's not very patchy, but it is kind of patchy. This one I kind of tried to wipe it off. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna wash it with a little bit of soap and water and I'll be back. Okay you guys, so I just washed it with a little bit of soap and water, and oh god, the background noise. It is less shinier than it was, so we're going to test it out again and see if it works better, or I'll see if I have to prime it more. So I'm still using the same plate and the same polish and everything. Okay, it's still a little patchy. I don't know why. Maybe it was my scraping. So let's try some other image where I scrape better. So let's try this. I'm still using the big stamper, by the way, like the bigger side of the stamper. Oh my god, that picked up beautifully. Let me just zoom out. So there we go. I did a rolling motion and that is how well it picked up. So we're gonna try the other side as well. Oh, wow, 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 wow. So that was a rolling motion. Probably before even washing it with soap and water, I could have got a crispy image like this. Crispy image, I know. A crisp image like this had I been using rolling motion, but I was pressing down, so maybe that's why I didn't get picked up so well. But look at that. So I'm going to go clean off this a little bit with some Scotch tape. Okay, so before we get on to the actual, using of this polish and see how it looks like on other colors, I want to quickly talk about the polish itself. The packaging is really cute, it's really sleek and it's very nice. It has Born Pretty written here and it has a whopping 15 ml of product. So you can get these polishes individually or as a set, and I will link this polish in the description box below as I said earlier. And this one is in number 8, and these polishes are supposed to stamp, and oh my god, that was a bullet. Oh, the sound. Okay, so these polishes are meant to show up as their color even on blacks. It's looking more like a periwinkle shade, and I don't know. I hope that is still a lot lighter than what it actually is. So as I said earlier, I have various colors on my nails, and I'm going to be stamping probably this image on all my nails. Like, I'm going to be using this image for these 4 nails, and for my thumb I'm going to be using a different plate to see if this stamper and the stamping polish works well with other plates also. So I'm probably going to fast forward this bit and put some music through it or something like that. And before we begin, I just want to smell the polish. That sounds really weird, but I want to see if they have a really bad smell. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. They have a they kind of have a scent, unless like if you sniff it. So I don't know how well that is going to transfer it when I'm going to be stamping. So let's see. Probably the first thing, I'm not going to fast forward for the first nail. So let's see. So the polish seems pretty decent. It is not too thick or too thin. Okay, it's a tad bit thicker than expected. It's looking up a lot blue on the screen. Gently scrape. Okay, the image didn't get picked up at all. That didn't get picked up. Nail fail. So I'm gonna clean it, and probably that needs a little bit of priming, so I'll play with it a little bit and I'll be back and I'll tell you how I fixed the problem, if there was a problem or if I was the problem. So that did get picked up partially, so it's probably the plate. I'm just gonna clean up the whole plate once and I'll see. I did try this camera France polish again to try stamping, and it picked up the image beautifully. So I don't know what is wrong with the purple polish. So yeah. Okay, you guys, I was just playing a little off camera and I'm still not able to pick up any image from that plate using this purple polish. I'm super bummed, so I thought I'll try a different plate and see if it did work. It is picking up this camera France polish, but it is not picking up the stamping polish that is meant to be picked up. I don't know what's the deal with that, so we're just gonna try with this and see if it works. And let's try this image because that's my favorite image. So that was a bit patchy. I'm gonna try it again and see if it works. Okay, so I pressed down and nothing. Nope, that isn't getting picked up at all. So let me clean this up a little bit. Okay, so I'm just gonna give it one last try. I'm gonna buff the stamper a little bit and see if it works then. Okay guys, so I just buffed it a little bit, and if you can see, there's absolutely no shine on the stamper. Maybe that's why it didn't get picked up. So let's give this one more shot. I really want this purple polish to work. Oh, I know that was the problem. So that got picked up beautifully like a dream. Okay, so that little part was my scraping fault, but oh well, look at that. So I'm gonna try this side as well, and let's see how it picks up. And then I'm gonna try the BornPrettyStore plate as well. It has to work, you guys, it has to. Wow. So rolling motion is enough to pick it up, so I'm just going to plonk it on there. You see how easily it molds into the stamper. Okay, that looks like purple now, doesn't it? So I'll just clean up a little bit and I'll be back. I am just gonna put a whole lot of polish. That was my scraping probably, so we're gonna try it again. Okay, so this BornPrettyStore polish, this stamping polish, definitely has a really bad stench. So if you're someone who doesn't like smells, you need to stay away from it. Okay, again patchy. What the hell? Okay, I am not impressed with this yet. I love the stamper, believe me, I love the stamper. It's amazing. I wanted to showcase the purple polish on my nails with other colors. Maybe I'll just use a different plate. So I'll just try this one last time, and if it doesn't work, I'm just gonna use some other plate. So let me try this. I guess these polishes do dry pretty fast. Well, that is super patchy. So probably the wrong plate I chose for it. I don't know. Usually, you know, companies design products that work with their own products, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to use a different plate, and I'm going to fast forward through it because I've bored you guys enough. So yeah, let's get started with that. Okay, you guys, so for the very last nail, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this XL stamper and to see if it is the problem of the polish or if it is the problem of the stamper or the plate or whatever it is. So we'll figure it out. That picked up a whole lot better than the other stamper. Well, kind of patchy, but whatever. Okay, so I'm going to try this plate again. It's super messy, so I'm gonna try this image and I'm gonna try the smaller side and see if it works. Okay, nope, that doesn't pick up at all. I don't know what is the problem. It was picking up pretty well. I did you know, wash it a little bit with acetone after I went off for the first time. So I'll be back, you know, I'll be back. You see how that what happened. So I don't know what is going on. I don't know why this stamper is giving me so many problems. This is like my very first impression. I will probably update you guys in a future video to see if it works better or not. So let's just do this one. I'm just going to stamp it over white as is, just so you guys can see how well it picks up. Okay, so that was horrible. Well, I'm just gonna clear this mess a little bit and I'll be back for my last and final thought. Okay, you guys, I'm just gonna show you one last thing. This camera France polish actually gets picked up by the stamper. I don't know how or why. Maybe it's the problem of the polish and not the stamper. I'm just showing you guys. See how well that gets picked up. So it's probably the problem of the polish and the stamper that do not work well together. I am gonna try the purple polish with my AliExpress stamper. Here, let's try that image. So that is the last shot that I'm going to give to this polish. Well, there we go. You guys will not be able to see. Well, the pink got mixed in a bit, but the purple is so crisp and clear. Okay, you guys are not able to see that very well. So I am just concluding this, that the polish in itself works very well, the stamper in itself works amazingly, the stamper and the polish do not work well together. That's my conclusion. So I know it's really messy here, and that is my conclusion. So these are the swatches. This ring finger was kind of my fault, but these are the swatches. I am definitely going to be using this BornPrettyStore polish a lot, and this stamper also, because it's really good, you guys. It's so soft, and that image, I just want to show you guys the image, how crisp it is. You see, there's no bald spots, patches, or anything like that. So I'm super impressed with the stamper and the BornPrettyStore stamping polish also. But I'm not impressed with them together. I'm impressed with them as individual products. that was my review. Stay tuned for this nail decal tutorial as well. I'm thinking of doing a complete wear test for it, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's going to be really long, I know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you like this type of videos, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye. Okay you guys, I'm just going to show you one last thing. This camera France polish actually gets picked up by the stamper. I don't know how or why. Maybe it's the problem of the polish and not the stamper. I'm just showing you guys. You see how well that gets picked up, so it's probably the problem of the polish and the stamper that do not work well together. I am gonna try the purple polish with my AliExpress stamper. Here, let's try that image. So that is the last shot that I'm going to give to this polish. Well, there we go. You guys will not be able to see. Well, the pink got mixed in a bit, but the purple is so crisp and clear. Okay, you guys are not able to see that very well. So I am just concluding this, that the polish in itself works very well, the stamper in itself works amazingly, the stamper and the polish do not work well together. That's my conclusion. So I know it's really messy here, and that is my conclusion. So these are the swatches. This ring finger was kind of my fault, but these are the swatches. I am definitely going to be using this BornPrettyStore polish a lot, and this stamper also, because it's really good, you guys. It's so soft, and that image, I just want to show you guys the image, how crisp it is. You see, there's no bald spots, patches or anything like that. So I'm super impressed with the stamper and the BornPrettyStore stamping polish also, but I'm not impressed with them together. I'm impressed with them as individual products. That was my review. Stay tuned for this nail decal tutorial as well. I'm thinking of doing a complete wear test for it, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's going to be really long, I know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you like this type of videos, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.